Thranduil and his elves are here to defend the city of Dale, and they are not alone in this one. They have been joined by the kingdom of Arthedain. So yes, we have two Arthedain factions here fighting alongside the Wood Elves in this Dawnless Days siege view today. And we are checking out a new submod. It is the Wainrider's submod. It was a battle and a siege that we did quite recently on a stream where we were showcasing off the Wainrider's submod. It is a very new submod. It is a bit of an overhaul of the Dawnless Days mod, and it has a whole bunch of new factions, a few faces you may already recognize, and yeah, it's a really cool submod. Definitely is a submod that you should play on its own. I should also just mention at the start, it's not one that like Last Breath, which you can play alongside vanilla. It's like a submod on its own. All the units are very much balanced to just face off against like other submod units. So only, like for instance, the Wood Elves should never face off against Dol because the Wood Elves will absolutely smash Dol so yeah, it's set in the early part of the Third Age, and it's like when the Wainriders are, you know, most prevalent, and they are threatening Gondor, and also that's when like Ravanian comes to the aid of Gondor and becomes Rohan. So that sort of period. So I can't remember exactly what the date is, but it's sort of like, yeah, like 800, I feel like 800, it's not AD, I can never remember what it is, but the year 800, sort of in Middle-earth. It's just, I think it's just it's TA, isn't it? It's Third Age, that's what it's, 8 TA, like Third Age. So I think that's the sort of period that they're kind of like aiming for with the developers in this one. But yeah, the developer is a regular on my streams. Is Bane. He's done a really good job with this mod. It's really fun. It's something refreshing about coming to a new submod and checking it out, and yeah, and seeing some of these new units. So yeah, we've got Arthedain Spearmen at arms here. They are fighting off against Olokai. Spears, we found out after this siege, which was very helpful, actually don't do much anti-troll damage. So actually, these spears here are dying pointlessly because they actually don't do much. The pikes, I think, still do. Pikes and polearms. The spears, yeah, are getting crushed by these trolls, and I don't think really do too much to actually support them. And we did do a few battles, but this is the only replay that at the moment works. But yeah, it's a really fun one. And it's a 4v3. We have two Arthedain armies and a Wood Elf, and we have Dol Guldur. I think we have a couple of Dol Guldur armies actually. I think, yeah, we've got one here. I think maybe two actually. This might be two Dol Guldur armies here. I'm not entirely sure. Oh no, there's two armies over here. Yeah, the Black Company is a bow general unit for Dol Guldur, which is quite cool. We've got Angmar as well. I think we have two Angmar and two Dol Guldur armies. So yeah, Angmar is also a faction in this, which is very cool. So yeah, we'll try and get through looking at some of these units. I also do aim to try and do like a bit of a submod overview quite soon. But I thought I'd show off this siege battle first. Try and give you a bit of a taste of what is to come. But yeah, really fun submod, that's for sure. And if you haven't checked it out and you'd like to, then I'll leave the link for the description of the submod, the Wainrider submod, in the leave the link in the description of this video. It's definitely worth checking out. It's very fun. And then you can see here we've got salvage bolt is being routed there. So the bow units over here for the Wood Elves are very cool. And this unit here, this spear unit, the Protectors of the Path, is a spear and also a bow unit. It's a very cool hybrid unit, and it has like 8 ammunition, so it's more than one volley of bows. It's not like lots, but it's still very useful. So I spammed out these spears because I was like, well, we're just gonna use our range ability, because that's clearly the strength of the Wood Elves. They don't have much in the way of swords, no Lasgallan blades or anything like that. A lot of shock is available, and spears and axe units. That's all there is. And the axe units, there's only one cheap axe unit you can bring. It's still decent as its elf, but it's, you know, cheap. It's not going to hold up against elites from the armies of evil. As you can see, they are landing here. Angmar is landing. I think these are evil men. Angmar's kind of like divided into like orcs, undead, and like evil, like wild men. We've got the Legion of the Shadow here, a heavy spear infantry unit. They're landing on the walls. Spears landing on the walls against shock infantry. I'm going to mince these guys up. These Greenwood and Great Axes. They are losing decisively. That's, I think, because of the crossbows and the slingers, which I don't think they have arcing ability. Apparently, they're just shooting the units like at the top of the wall there, so that's not so bad. But yeah, I'm just going to have to try and support my own fight here, as you can see, with my own range units, and I am beating back those Legion of the Shadow as well. trying to keep the savage bolters at bay as well with my own bows. But yeah, you can see the enemy now trying to burn down the city, trying to do damage to our morale, which is not a bad tactic. But TDD does lower the sort of like effectiveness of burning cities. It's not so devastating for morale. And here we go. Olokai have just pulled through, which they're allowed to do. They kind of pulled through those spears and those swords there. The Hillmen are now tying them down. And the Olakai's onto the next layer of defense. Yeah, Arthur Dane, very cool faction. It's like a splinter faction from Arnor. So when Arnor splits, you get Arthur Dane, Cardaland, and Rudar. I imagine maybe Cardaland and Rudar are going to be added later. Or maybe they might already be dead by this point. I don't know. But yeah, Arthur Dane, very cool faction in here. And Olokai are returning. I think back for more. Oh, they're after the archers. After those Arthur Dane longbowmen. Yeah, a nice, juicy target for them. This also, I just like to say, it's a killer sort of defense that Arthur Dane has set up here. I'm going to definitely end up calling them Arnor accidentally. But yeah, this is a killer sort of defense. Look at this. I mean, they are like literally firing here with their bows and just like, you know, there's spears and swords here waiting. I think this is actually a Dunedain March Wardens. They look like they're a bow hybrid unit, like a sword and a bow like hybrid unit. Very cool. They are light melee infantry, so I think that's how they kind of like counteract. So they do have that, you know, hybrid ability, but they're very light, so they're not going to like, you know, do so well in melee. But yeah, that is a very nasty defense there. We've got more March Wardens here, I think, again, using their ammo. And yeah, you can see Dol Guldur just sending glaives across one at a time. You can't send more than that. They are massive units, by the way, 300-man units. So yeah, the Force of Evil have 14,000 troops in this battle, and they are facing off against about 6,000 men and elves. So it's going to be a tough old fight here at Dale. A lot more men and orcs have got to die before victory will be decided here today. But yes, if you're enjoying all the Lord of the Rings action, would like to see some more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show support, guys. It really does help out the channel. We've got Black Orc Berserkers back here. I kind of hope that these guys were going to maybe get a reskin, because they do have like the white hand of Saruman still on them. But yeah, they are a cool Berserker unit still nonetheless, just a sort of like reused unit. Hopefully, yeah, they maybe get round to reskinning them. That might be a thing later on, or might like try and alter the model, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, they're a 300-man unit as well. Elite, very light shock infantry. But yeah, I think a really, really good play for Dol Guldur in this submod is play him in a land battle, because like the mass of all these 300-man shock units, like you just like get in to a fight with them, they're going to be able to engage like multiple units with their just mass. And we've got Olokai here, 8 of them going in, taking on the remnant of Akalabeth, which I believe Akalabeth's like the island that Numenor like lived on. So obviously, yeah, the Arnorians trying to link themselves to their Numenorian heritage. But yeah, this is a general unit here. It's an elite spear unit, and like just said, that trolls don't get really affected by spears, but they are here. I think that's because they're getting shot point blank range here by the Arthur Dane longbowmen, and actually focus them down really nicely. Yeah, there you go, butchering those trolls, and already killed 2. Very, very nice. The trolls over here are also starting to lose as well. I think just the sheer amount of ammo that's being used. Like you can see the March Wardens here, they're obstructed, but they are firing, and they are, you know, focusing on those Olokai. We've got so many hybrid units actually for Arthur Dane and the elves in this one. So that's certainly a very good asset for the forces of good. I feel like that's something that they're going to be able to use against evil in these sort of like battles. And we've got Rudar Reavers, heavy melee infantry here for Angmar. They've broken through. So yeah, another example of evil men fighting for Angmar. They are a very interesting sort of faction, you know, like there's a poor elf very much surrounded by Reavers there, and he's cut down. These are the axemen that the elves have. They're not too well armored, so they're not exactly going to be able to withstand these Reavers, I'd imagine. Look at the armor difference. But they look very Viking-y, I'll admit. But yeah, again, a very good example of like Angmar build-up of orcs, evil men, trolls now coming. We've got hill trolls getting in there. 9 in a unit, so they a little bit few more, but they are obviously less well armored. And I imagine they're going to start to attract the attention of those elven archers. We haven't really got anything javelin-wise that's very good. Apparently, axe units, shock infantry, and I think also like double, well, basically anything that's like double-handed. I think these Lasgarden Lords might even have some abilities or like some perks against the generals, against the trolls, sorry, because they have a double-handed like weapon. We'll see if we can see it in a moment. They're actually, yeah, you can see here. Look at these guys. They have like Darth Maul like style lightsabers, but it's not lightsabers. They're just double-handed like blades. They are awesome. Very, very cool. They're going into action. I don't know if they have any abilities. But yeah, axe units are very nice. They have an ability against trolls, like a bit of a bonus. Pole arms, obviously, and pikes, and also shock infantry. So yeah, a few different units just basically have perks against trolls. Instead of spears, they've kind of mixed it to other things, which is quite nice, and you know, makes you have to play the whole mod slightly differently if you play with this submod. But yeah, you can see more axes getting sent in. I was playing as the Wood Elves here, and I was clearly aware that the axes, you know, get a little bit of a buff against trolls. Like, just send them all in, boys. I mean, spears also getting sent in. I think at this point, Angmar is like throwing in everything to try and break through this gate. They've like been massacred on the wall. You can see they haven't got much left here. Just some slingers and some cav and an artillery piece. They are getting butchered on these walls. We've got Barrow Whites here. They're obviously an undead unit. They don't really do much melee damage, but they're unbreakable. They fight to the last man, or the last white, I should say. They're pretty much like the dead. I forgot what they're called now. That Dol Guldur has. Not why I can't remember them, but yeah, the undead that Dol Guldur can bring in base TDD. But yeah, if you want to get involved in any sort of battles or streams or scenarios that we do for Dawnless Days or any Total War battle, if you're like desperate to try and find Total War games, feel free to join my Discord. The link is down below in the description, and all are welcome to join and get involved in the Total War action. We're always looking for new players, veterans, newbies, all are welcome. It's got more Barrow Whites here actually fighting as well. Again, just, you know, tying up units. Not really going to do much damage. I think they have like 5 melee attack or something. They're really low. But yeah, they're pretty much unbreakable. And I think they're quite hard to kill as well. Let's see. Yeah, they're super heavy melee infantry. They're actually incredibly hard to kill, these guys. So yeah, I'd imagine you've got to probably charge them with cav, or just, you know, maybe keep shooting them in the back with archers. Probably also do some work. I'd just like to say that this absolute disgusting bridge battle is still going on. There's a lot of dead orcs here. I mean, I'm talking a lot. They've got like all these units here being supported by the archers on the wall there. We've still got that Arthedain spearmen here holding the wall, and the longbowmen on the wall doing a lot of work. I think the March Wardens here, though, might be about to die to these glaives, but they probably earned their money. I don't think they're too expensive. They are, I think, a levy unit at the end of the day, yeah. A very handy levy unit, though, I must add. Yeah, they're fighting on in here. You can see there, yeah, the Marsh one's slowly getting forced back, and they are breaking there. And yeah, I mean, the rest of the city, as you can see, I mean, actually, the men are starting to lose here. What is this unit? Knights of Arnold fighting to 12 men before it's even wavering. That shows how elite these guys are. I mean, they've also got some good chevrons on them. That's probably helping them out. But what are they fighting in here? Black Hawk Berserkers. I know that somewhere, and it might be actually here, yeah, literally was about to say, the Nazgul is an available unit for Dol Guldur. It's a 9-man shock infantry unit. I know in like Warriors of Ardor, these guys are incredibly strong and kill like 300 men each battle. I don't know how this guy is going to kill anyone. He has no weapon in his hand. He is literally, as you can see, going in, fists flailing. But yeah, the Nazgul, I don't know how strong they are in the Wainrider submod, but I imagine fairly solid. They are a 9-man unit, so it does take them a while to rack up kills. They are slowly getting sent in, and they're pretty hard to kill. I think the best way to counter them is also with cavalry. Yeah, we've got lots of Black Hawk Berserkers in here. They are losing, though, but they are also causing all these other swords to lose as well. I mean, but we are seeing, these are levy units here fighting, so not exactly too much of a challenge. We're seeing more Marsh Wardens actually getting sent in. They're sitting in the chaff is Arthedain here. Yeah, more Marsh orders going in, really sitting in the chaff to try and slow these guys down. We've got Troll Hunters over here. It's a gold chevron unit. I think it started like this, triple gold chevron. Medium shock infantry, yeah, an axe unit. And it has missile capability, probably throwing axes, I'd imagine. They've not used all of that ability up, but they're in here, slicing and dicing. They're fighting barrow whites, by the looks of it, and also it's like the Rudar Reavers. I think that's what they call it. There's so many submods now, yeah. The Rudar Reavers. There's so many submods now that I've got to remember all the names for these submod units. It's a bit of a challenge, I'll admit. And we actually got the Witch King here. He's gone over the wall, dismounted, and he's routed. He's probably going to get killed here by these great axes of these green. What are they called? Greenwood great axes. I want to say green grove, but that definitely doesn't sound right. There it is, actually, the Witch King. Someone kill him. I mean, he can't be killed by any man, but you guys are elves. Kill him. Take his head with one of those axes. He's not falling over. Sometimes he's, oh, maybe. I'm waiting for the animation, but I don't know if it's going to come. Ah, there he goes. There he goes. And the notification as well that the general is dead. That is, in fact, yeah, the Witch King, he's very much gone. So that's pretty much going to shatter Angmar on this side here. They haven't got much left. They got some onager. They really spent a lot of money on that onager trying to burn down the city. And yeah, 24 settlement damage, -1 morale. It really doesn't do a lot. In 12-12 of vanilla, that would be devastating for morale. But in TDD, they try to get rid of that so people can just, you know, do that to try and get an easy win in a siege battle. Got red shields of 4 notes here. It's a heavy arch unit. And they very much do have red shields. They are a cool unit, actually, that Artin has there. A bit of a heavier archer unit. Very, very cool. It looks like they're going to be a fairly decent hybrid unit by their armor. The settlement's still burning, I just have to say. It's still catching light. It's the problem with the city. You burn one part of the city and the whole rest goes down. But yeah, you can see that Rudar Reavers, Barrow White's still starting to lose. Reserve-wise, what are we looking like? Actually, there's nothing outside the cities now. Everything is inside. We've got a general here, Black Company, lots of orcs. Berserkers left. Etenmore Warriors. Oh, these are like an evil man unit as well. Is this Angmar? Yeah, again, more Angmar, like evil men. They look pretty cool. It's a very scary looking stick they're holding there. A lot of spikes in that. But yeah, medium shock infantry. They have missile capabilities as well. I imagine throwing axes maybe. And yeah, Black Orc Berserkers here. Masters of Mirkwood. Oh, heavy bow infantry. Oh my gosh, it's a huge unit as well. 300-man unit. Like, mass is obviously a big thing for Dol Guldur. Yeah, they look very cool. Like Uruk archers, basically. But they look like Morgul Legion with bows, basically. They look very cool, though. Masters of Mirkwood. Yeah, lots of them. They're going to have to get them in play soon. Because it does seem as though the missiles for the defenders are starting to run out of ammo in some areas. But also, they are devastating the attackers right now. I mean, what are the numbers looking like? 8,000 attacks now against 4,300. So they've killed nearly half of the attackers and only lost 2,000 men themselves. It's a very good start for them. You can see the shield wall is holding here. And there you can see here the Gloomglaives starting to waver. And it's just a problem. They're going to just keep feeding out. I mean, they just need to go somewhere else. Like Dol Guldur should not carry on attacking here. They need to go around the other side, which they are doing, but having the same issue here. As you can see, they're coming through here. Gloomglaives. It's actually worse here because there's polearms and pikes and spears here. Both the elves, protectors of the path, and also Palantir pikemen and an elite pike unit. Very cool. What do they look like? If we can actually get a look at them, let's have a look. I mean, they look fairly cool. I'll give them that. Oh, look at the Golden Glaives, like, let us back out! We don't want to be in it! Let us out! We're going to knock down that gate, we're going to destroy it, let us out! That is hilarious, actually. 88%, this should be destroyed pretty soon. Oh, I turn around, the city's on fire! Okay, we are, yeah, looking pretty bad now. 43% burn, -3 morale. Still not a lot, and it's nearly half of the city burn. The Hagia Sophia, which is the centerpiece of Dale here, is gone. That is a shame to see. I'm sure the Byzantines will be unhappy about that. Oh, what's going berserk in here? Rudar Reavers can go berserk. They are going to need more support here at the defenders. They are losing on every front. But yeah, I did not realize the Rudar Reavers could go berserk. It's very cool. There we go, more reinforcements coming in. What is this? Knights of Arnold, they'll hold the line for a bit. I mean, if the last unit held till it got down to 12 men, they'll hold for a while. And we've got plenty of reserves back here. Oh yeah, lots of Knights of Arnold still to go in. They're going to be needed because there's still plenty of like Gloomglaives to be killed off and Black Hawk Berserkers. And these shock infantry, they must be like decent enough that they're going to do some damage to these swords. I don't think there's any trolls left, by the way. I think all the trolls are gone. So the troll hunters, you know, their purpose is over. They're not needed here anymore. I don't even... They're still combat even. Incredible stuff. I think the Knights of Arnold, they are losing though. So obviously they'll hold for a while, but they're very much killable. There you go. Oh, what is going on around here? Have they flanked? No, okay. I thought maybe they had, but... Oh, they actually... Well, they sort of have. Barrow-wights now fighting back here. I feel like it would be quite cool if Barrow-wights, in a way, could... They might be able to guerrilla deploy. I know that the entire Woodland Realm, or the Wood Elves, roster can guerrilla deploy, which I find hilarious. You can just jump straight in front of an army and just kind of almost catch it out, which I think I'm going to have to try as a tactic. Uh-oh. This is not looking good, though. I think Dol Guldur might be able to take the bridge temporarily. Or, well, maybe not. Arthur Dane has sent out more Knights of Arnold. If they really wanted to, they could just retake that bridge. And the Gloomglaives are wavering here. It's just not going well. It's just not a worthy strategy. And it looks like, yeah, the Black Company, like, get close. And it looks like other archers have tried, the Mirkwood Trackers have tried. And they just get shot from the wall. And there's actually now Elven archers, Lasgarland Lords going onto the wall here, which I just like to say are now one of my favorite units. I'm just going to say this is certainly so far my favorite unit in the submod. It's a very cool unit. I'm yeah, big fan of them. The sword, like their secondary weapons, are amazing. I also like the idea of having like the Hall Guardian unit as a bow unit. It's very, very cool. But yeah, the Black Company here, I mean, they're trying to shoot into the side. Well, they can. I mean, it's not worth shooting this unit, but like support other units, it'd be definitely worth it. But the Elves, I think, can reach the Black Company from there. They've got an incredible range. We've got more Elves now mounting up on the walls here. The Lasgarland Lords firing into these Mirkwood Trackers. They're just going to just, yeah, do as much damage to them as possible. I think the Trackers are trying to shoot the Palantir pikemen, which they are doing some damage. So that is fair enough. And it looks like, yeah, the last throw of the dice over here, Rudar Slingers and various other things now running through the gates, and they should get killed off here. The Elves, by the way, have 12 great axes left on this wall. I wouldn't be surprised if they kill all those slingers off. They've been absolute legends so far on that wall. And we've got a bit of a They flank it. They flanked around, and Thranduil's in the action. Thranduil's also flanked. They're flanking these berserkers here are wavering as a berserk unit. This is shameful. But yeah, they're flanking, and they actually are maybe going to get towards this general, but it looks like he's falling back as that Thranduil general. And yeah, you can see here berserkers coming in. They should deal with these spears. I still believe the old saying can be said: shock infantry will slap up spears. There you go. Thranduil leads the charge with his Sindar bodyguard. He's going on in, and he's going, in leading a whole host of Knights of Arnor and various other men of Arnor, or Arthedain, I should say. He's coming into support. And he's an axe unit, which I find awesome. Very, very, very cool. There you go, yeah. Black Orc Berserkers, combat even, but they are losing a lot of troops on that charge that happened there. Archers are starting to get used, Masters of the Mirkwood. I don't know how easy it is for them to be able to use a 300-man bow unit in these quite small streets. We've also got a general game focused on it. Black Shields of the Iron Crown. Oh, this is a unit I've not seen. Bangmar. Very cool. Let's have a look at these guys. But they have got black shields. Oh, and they've got like suns on them. Oh, and it's led by a Nazgul. Oh, it's like a Nazgul captain. That's quite cool. They're going through a building. I totally forgot you could do that. I guess maybe the player was aware that you could do this. This is very cheeky. This is the only problem with Dales. There's some very cheeky little things you can do, and that is one of them. And that's a sneaky one. I think the general's going to try and maybe, I don't know, go for the March Wardens. Oh, he's going after the archers. Those Longwomen don't know where about to hit them. But yeah, I guess maybe Arthedain could do the same thing back. I don't know. He might be able to. We've got Cav charging in here. Angmarin Cav. I think it's just evil men, but they look like they're kitted out like, well, they're a bit of like a mix of sort of like Servants of the Eye and also look like Arthedain sort of knights a little bit. It was sort of like Arnorian Cavs. Kind of a cool mix there. What is going into melee there? Rangers. They're only a 55-man unit. Obviously, and they're only trained actually. They're not elites. But they are going to hold the line. And again, look at this. Yeah, the knights here holding the line. This bridge has just been a murder pit. It really has. Arthedain has done a good job killing that off. And it looks like the same thing's really happened on this side. It looks like Dogulor is falling back. He's not really interested in continuing that fight there by the looks of it. Which is a shame. But yeah, and there you go. I think Dogulor's defeated over here. How this Slinger is still alive, I do not know. But that needs to be dealt with. We've got a Remnant and Akalabeth going in as well. I don't think I can say that name right, but that might be how you say it. And there you go. We've got Thranduil duking out with another general here. He should be able to deal with this. I mean, I think he's elite, isn't he? Yeah, you imagine he is. Elite axe against elite bow. Oh, the bow unit's also got an axe. That's cool. Yeah, he's very much going to lose, and you can see, look, the Berserker's breaking here. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the extra thing. You get 300 of them, but they're not unbreakable. But yeah, they're going in, and they're going to be taking on. Well, they're breaking now, these Berserkers. And Arnor is going in. He's taking on these Masters of Mirkwood here, and he's going to start slapping these guys up. It's literally archers here. These Masters of Mirkwood haven't really been able to be used properly. And there's a bit of a counterattack now coming down the hill as well. We have both elves and men going in, dealing with Barrow-wights here. There's 16 of them left. This is the problem. Barrow-wights is there. Yeah, they're going to be a pain to fight. Oh, I think the elves accidentally pulled through. I think I realized that I thought there was no Barrow-wights left, so there was no unit there. I was like, why have we stopped? And then I realized, oh, there are still 14 Barrow-wights. Nazgul is still fighting, I'd just like to say. These guys just don't die. They might be losing. They're not losing any men, though, or any raids. There's one, I don't know if you can say. Oh, he might just have died, actually. I think we just lost one. Yeah, 4 out of 9. One has just been killed. But they are literally just like getting surrounded, being hit by multiple different enemies. I think they've earned some chevrons, but I don't know entirely. Looks like the general here is also now using his ammunition. The Black Company here, he is firing to the side of these knights for Arnor, trying to weaken them up. And again, here comes Dol. He's coming in with Black Hawk Berserkers now. He's going to keep trying this. Balance power shifted in favor of the defenders, 2,900 against 3,900. And a lot of those troops are going to be made up from the Dol troops here that are stuck outside the settlement, going in one by one. That's the problem. Like, they are 300 a pop. So yeah, these guys going in, each time one of those units dies, just drop the number count quite considerably for the attackers. Yeah, Dale is a really good, like, sort of map if you have uneven numbers of players, 4v3 especially, or even a 3v2. I think you can like really do it well. Like that wall, I'll show you now. I think this wall over here is probably one of the easiest walls to hold in Dawnless Days. It really, really is. Like, just need a couple of units here on the wall, like shock infantry units, and then bows support, and it's very, very easy. I mean, I think it's much harder if the attackers bring up archers. They can set them up here, and it makes it a right pain to try and defend that wall. But even still, you can then just try and like hold below the walls or in the streets over here, and you can really just slow down the enemy. You can use minimal forces here, and then you can turn around troops and help elsewhere if you need to. Same over here. If the attackers attack here, it's one unit at a time coming across that bridge, and it's very easy. Same sort of over here as well if you try and hold. Not so much if you hold that bridge, but if you just like hold here, it's a very hard wall to sort of assault unless you bring up maybe artillery or something like that to try and break through, or trolls perhaps. But yeah, Dale's a solid map really to just basically do 4v3s on. It's not so much if you do like the Battle of the Five Armies variant, but because there's so many like breaches in it, but it's still a decent map to do 4v3s on. So here the elves fired away trying to support their Arnorian support, like Arnorian comrades. They're losing, I just like to say. If we weakened that much of this Arnorian unit from being shot at by that Black Company, they are starting to die. But I don't think the Berserkers were winning. They're actually losing themselves. I think it's because the archer support. They're still losing this fight. And there we go, elves going in now. I think these are spears going in. They're protecting the path. I think all of them have used up their ammunition now. Yeah, this spear unit is very cool. I definitely think Wood Elves is my favorite faction. It's definitely, I feel like, got it's very good for a siege like this. I think holding, I don't think attacking is going to be very good at all. Though it can spam out the shock infantry. But yeah, it's a really, really good unit for holding, I feel. And also, you know, can just guerrilla deploy anyway, which I feel like could be in a... If you play a 4v4, I think could be a very, very exciting option. That's for sure. I think you can definitely try and get the jump on the on an isolated attacker. It'd be very exciting. But yeah, all of the elves and all of Arnor are now coming to this other side, and they are now shifting here. Now, I mean, they've got Dol here has not got a lot left. Black Hawk Berserkers here going in. And I guess they're going to just try and give it one last Hail Mary attempt. And actually, the elves are sallied out over here. Sally out, boys! Kill them all. This might give the orcs a bit of a chance, because that mass of orcs might actually now be able to be used instead of being funneled into a small area. Yeah, the elven archers are here, using those crazy-looking blades, the double-handed ones. They really do look insane and awesome. I'll admit, they look awesome. They do. I feel like you'd end up just cutting yourself, like chopping off a limb. you go. These guys are wavering. I think that the archers on the wall are not helping this situation for the Dogaldor player here. He's starting to waver. He's still got bowmen of his own that I think is shooting. Look at this. Green wood axe is fighting to the last man, the last elf. Incredible. I don't know if they will always do this. But yeah, that literally man has just died, and that was the whole unit getting wiped out. So that is incredible. Some of these units for the elves seem like they are very good. And yeah, there you go. Gloomglaive's being routed, and now I guess the elves can chase down these archers and try and get rid of them. And now the Dogaldor's still got one unit here with a tower. So surprised he didn't just push the towers over and try and assault this wall, but maybe he thought he was going to get sallied out on. I don't know. Yeah, but we will. I think we're just going to fast forward a little bit because there's still 7 minutes of this battle. But there isn't really much left to see. It obviously is going to go one way, and that is to the forces of good. Now, I think they are going to hold Dale. Even numbers, though numbers were against them to start with, they've managed to turn them around. So yes, we will we'll just watch these Gloomglaives and these Black Orc Berserkers go in one last time. And we'll see if they can break through. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy checking out the Wainrider's submod. It's certainly been a fun one, and there's something a little bit different, you know, for Dawnless Days. I will always try and mix it up, try and get a few different things, because I know it can get repetitive sometimes, seeing the same like submods like Warriors of Ardor and Last Breath being used. So yeah, we're trying to show off some other fun stuff. Oh god, just lost all control there of the camera. But yeah, it looks like these berserkers are starting to die. The elves are oh gosh, yeah, trying to balance on this bridge, not easy, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, the elves in here slicing and dicing these boys. I think we did have a couple of desyncs at one point, but yeah, they're
enemy forces
not really going to make much of a difference. I think like a couple of the evil people desynced or left, and I think one of the good players also desynced as well. So yeah, I think for Ardor, like some of the units started to just go a bit crazy and just run around, but didn't change the result at all. At that point, the battle was kind of like won for the forces of good, and as you can see, there's still like 1,500 orcs left. They're going to try and do their bit. They're actually fighting over here. We've got literally 2 great axes here, fighting an entire unit of Gloomglaives. What champions. We'll see them going for a charge here. In they go. Slam into the boys.
The men have given up and are running for their lives.
Gloomglaives losing decisively. They should get, I mean, they're probably going to get routed with these wood warriors here going in behind them. These axes, these light axes that the elves have. Still a fairly decent unit for a levy unit. They've done well fighting off against these orcs. I think it's quite nicely, in a way, balanced, I think. To a certain degree, I think, balanced. So, like, elves, like, got tiny units, and even, like, their, like, levy and trained units can put up a decent fight up against, not like maybe the elites, but like, trained Gloomglaives and things like that. They're actually going to do okay. And the elves are, carrying on their attack and going up these final units here. I was getting a little bit ahead of myself in this sort of attack here, as just charging it on him. But yeah, the Berserkers actually set up a nice little sort of like trap here for the elves. So yeah, that certainly will work in their favor. But I mean, if the elves can kill that general first before I lose Thranduil, that'll be a win. He's earned a silver chevron. I don't think he had many to start with. And here they go, in go the Berserkers, and they're just going to descend onto the elves here. They got a decent charge off. Actually, Thranduil's pulling out of that melee, and he looks like he's going to go down the line and help out in a different one here. He's going to help out his boys at the front line.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Yeah, I think these units are starting to break a little bit. They've just seen a little bit too much action. Lasgar and Lords here break in. Wood Warriors also break in. Yeah, we do with, you know, Arnold coming out, but I think the players, like, on the units on this side were the AI, so they're just kind of like watching, just like, huh? Why would we go outside the city? That's stupid. Over on this side here, we are surrounding the Black Company. Surrounding them. We'll just fast forward and just try and get through these last sort of phases here.
The enemy has killed
And there
our
you go.
general.
Thranduil has fallen,
Men loose. The men
unfortunately.
have thrown
Been
down their
cut
weapons and
down.
are fleeing.
But the elves over here, they don't care. They're going to
The battle
avenge
is
their
turning in
general.
our favor.
They're going to try and get him, kill off this Dumbledore one as quickly as possible. Maybe try and mass route. And there you go. Black Company has routed. And they are going to run down that general there. And now it's just these units over here, which, yeah, just got to wait for Thranduil to die. I think we're going to see a repeat of what's already happened, really. And the Lasgar Lords basically just gunning down these berserkers as they run across the bridge. And they'll probably then cut them down one by one, because I don't know if the defenders actually have ammo left, but if they do, the AI would probably start firing. I don't think they do. Also, the AI is assigned to defend all of the wall with its units. Very strange. They're not going to come through that way. They're going to try and destroy the gate. That's all they can do. But yeah, so we're going to see the Black Orc Berserkers here get shot at a little bit more. They might rout, to be honest, before they even get there. They are shaken, casualty sustained. There you go, wavering. At least one more volley from the Lasgar Lords should rout those guys. We'll see what happens. There you go. Oh, nearly. There you go, breaking at 67. And then, yeah, 400 of these guys left against 2,000. I think they might mass rout, but we will see. It's not going to take a lot, I wouldn't have thought at this point. They are elites. Yeah, General dead as well for Dumbledore here, so that's not going to help the situation. Fire being suppressed is also not helping with morale. But I think they'll get... the Lasgar Lords will probably get into melee with them and then rout them. This one might break. 150. Yeah, it's wavering. 148, and there you go. Everything's wavering, and probably once these guys connect, or not even then, they will mass rout. There you go. A Pyrrhic victory for the Wood Elves and their Arthedain allies. So well done to everyone that took part in this one. It was an interesting one. It was nice to try and check out this submod. Everyone was coming into it pretty much fresh, apart from Bane, who was playing as one of the Angmar factions. So yeah, it was really fun. Yeah, I was playing as the Wood Elves. I got 250 kills with Thranduil before he fell. I probably could have got more if I didn't throw him away. 250 kills here as well with these Greenwood Great Axes. And then we got the Wood Warriors here getting 167, 456 with another one here. Very, very good. 272 kills with these Protectors of the Path. 356 with another one here. These guys did very well. 220 there as well. Yeah, like the hybrids did very well. Then all my archers got over 300 kills. 331, 350, 408, 500 kills dead. Then we have Covert Dark playing as Arthedain here. His March Warden's 329 kills, 237 kills, 153 with the Knights of Arnor, 223 with another there. Arthedain Spearman, 273 kills. And then his Archers, 405, 262 kills. Then we have Ike playing as the final Arthedain army, 229 kills with his March Wardens. As the best of those there, but all did very well. 206, 278 with the Arnorian Knights, 216 with another one there. His Troll Hunters, 188 kills. His Spears, 133. His Archers, 227. 291. 333 with the Red Shields of Fornos there. And then we've got Cyrus playing as one of the attackers as Angmar. Yeah, he had a rough game up against me, I think. So yeah, his army did very unfortunately face a full Elven army and got massacred. But the Hill Trolls getting 76 kills, 68 kills. But they would have small kills anyway because they were fighting elves, so they're not big units. Then we have Bane here playing as Angmar. Rudar Reaver getting 128 kills, 217 kills with an Etamor warrior there. But yeah, not much else getting great kills there. Then we have Base Teamaker playing as one of the Dumbledore armies. He was the one going across the bridge and had a rough game there. 142 kills with the Black Orc Berserker is the best of the bunch there. And then Jackaboy playing as the final Dumbledore army. Tiny little army, very elite though. 266 kills those Nazgul though. They earned, they did well. They did very well. 138, 130 kills of the Berserkers and the Trolls. 153, 116 kills. But there you go, guys. Dale has been defended by the Men of Arnor or Arthedain and the Wood Elves. And yeah, evil will not prevail here today. But I hope you did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment show support. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.